Have you been waking up with this feeling lately? There's got to be more to life than this. You're looking in the mirror and thinking, I thought I'd be further ahead than I am. Or you're looking at your calendar and you really don't have the time to do the things that are important to you. So your passions, your hobbies are being shelved. Hi, it's Stacey Berger, and today we are talking about how to discover your passion and live on purpose. So you wake up excited about your day. You're looking at your calendar and you're looking forward to the things that are on your calendar. And this Saturday, we are offering a free masterclass where we're really going to unpack all of this information in greater detail to, again, help you discover your passion, live on purpose. Because isn't that what we all want? To really live with this greater vibrancy. You know, there's people that you meet and they just seem so happy. They're loving what they're doing. And there's maybe a part of us that feels envious or jealous or thinks, well, that's for them, but not for me. I have to provide for my family. I have to do this. Here's my situation. And we feel stuck in our conditions and our circumstances. Or we know that we're meant for more. We just don't know how to truly uncover what it is that we're meant to do. That old adage, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. And you hear people of all ages saying that. Because here's the thing, what we were passionate about 5 years ago, 10 years ago, maybe even a year ago, our passions change, we grow, we evolve. So even if you've had great success in your life, it's okay to be looking to what's next, especially if you're in a transition phase of your life. You're going into retirement or empty nesting, and things are starting to look different. So today I want to offer you some tips and tricks on how to discover your passion so you can live on purpose. And again, if this is something that's really top of mind for you right now and you're looking for just more passion in your life, join us on Saturday for the complimentary masterclass. As you're discovering your passions, one of the great places to start is to look at what are my core values. What's really important to me in my life? This might be family, this may be friends, this might be learning or growth or spirituality. There's lots of different core values. But as you uncover what are your core values, that starts to be a clue about what your purpose is, what your passion is. So spending some time really considering and contemplating, what are my core values? The second piece to look at as you're considering what do I want to do when I grow up is to uncover your passions. Think about times in your life where you feel really lit up. This may be things that happened 10 years ago and you really look back at that time of your life fondly. This could be when you're spending your time now and you just get lost in an activity. Maybe it's gardening or music or reading, or when you're volunteering. There's this excitement, time flies by. Or things that you just love talking about, books that you love reading, conversations, shows that you enjoy watching. What do you tend to search on the internet? These are all clues to help you really identify what am I passionate about. And as you're thinking about what am I passionate about, oftentimes the thought that can follow is, well, I can't make money doing that, or I don't have time doing that. At this stage of discovering your passion, we're going to put the how on hold and just be honest with ourselves. But what are you passionate about? Do you love learning new languages? Is it traveling? Is it trying new restaurants or new recipes? What are you passionate about? And own that for yourself. The third piece that we're going to look at is identifying your personal assets. These are qualities that you have, skills that you have that you're really good at. Oftentimes when we're really good at something, it comes so naturally to us, we don't actually realize that it's an asset. And so it's when people reflect back to us, oh, you're really skilled in this area. You've got talent in this area. So your personal assets are things that you're really good at, qualities of your personality, and these are also past experiences. We sometimes can forget about all of the life experience we have. Sometimes that comes in education, in learnings and courses that we've taken, but it's also life experience. jobs that you've had, volunteer opportunities that you've had, people that you've helped out in your life. Spend some time to really consider, what are my personal assets? What do people tend to tell me I'm really good at? Or what have I accomplished in my life? And I bet if you spend some time with this piece, you'll be surprised about how much you've actually accomplished. And again, that will help to be that guiding light to determine what is your passion so you can live on purpose. And the final piece of discovering your passion today that we'll talk about is, what would you like your legacy to be? We are in this finite experience called life. And there will come a point where we're at the end of life and you're imagining you're on your deathbed. Put that way out here. But imagining I'm on my deathbed and I'm looking back at my life. What do I want my legacy to be? How do I want to be remembered? What do I want to have accomplished? How do I want to have spent my time? And going out and imagining your life at the end of life and looking back can be very powerful to reveal what's important to you and the things that you don't want to regret not doing. So looking at what would I love my legacy to be can be a great informer of what is your passion and to really help you live that life fully on purpose. We are meant to live a life full of passion and purpose and not waiting until retirement, not waiting until certain stages of our life. It really starts with those decisions and how we're showing up today. So what are your core values? What are your passions? What are you excited about? What are those personal assets? And what would you love your legacy to be? And if, again, you would like greater support, really filling out these questions and doing a deeper dive in discovering your passion and your purpose, join us for the complimentary masterclass happening this Saturday. I'll see you there. Here's to you living a life you love.